Boondocks. The Boondocks became one of the most influential animated series of the 2000s because it directly addressed race, politics, and life in black communities. Aaron McGruder, the creator, focused on Huey and Riley Freeman, two young black brothers who navigate suburban life with very different views. The show gained attention for its sharp satire, clever humor, and unflinching commentary on issues like racism, inequality, and cultural identity. Because it did not shy away from controversial topics, network executives often felt uncomfortable with its content. Episodes such as The Story of Jimmy Rebel and Pause were removed from Adult Swim's regular rotation. In the first case, the episode mocked a racist country singer, and in the second, it satirized Tyler Perry's popular Madea character. These removals happened because networks feared backlash from viewers, advertisers, and even the people being satirized. The constant interference by executives demonstrated the pressure that black-centered content faced when it questioned social norms or exposed uncomfortable truths. Despite these obstacles, the Boondocks developed a loyal audience who appreciated its honesty. Its influence continues today because it showed that black voices could lead complex, bold, and culturally rich stories in mainstream media. The Jamie Foxx Show. The Jamie Foxx Show was a sitcom that highlighted the talent and charisma of Jamie Foxx, who played an aspiring entertainer working at his aunt and uncle's hotel in Los Angeles. The show gained popularity for its humor, relatable storylines, and entertaining performances. It also provided a positive representation of black culture at a time when networks often limited the number of black-led programs. However, the show faced challenges that ultimately led to its cancellation. During the early 2000s, the WB network began to shift its programming to attract a broader, often wider audience. As a result, many black-led sitcoms were canceled despite strong ratings among black viewers. The Jamie Foxx Show became a casualty of this change because executives believed that its focus on black life would not appeal to the wider audience they wanted to reach. This decision demonstrates the cause and effect dynamic in network television. Executives prioritize potential market expansion over cultural representation. Additionally, the show's humor and focus on black culture, while resonating strongly with its audience, may have been considered niche by network leaders. Because of that, the series was canceled not due to a lack of quality or popularity, but for a different reason, because of strategic business decisions that marginalized black-centered content. The Hughleys. The Hughleys was a sitcom that followed Daryl Hughley, a successful black businessman who moves his family from the inner city to a mostly white suburban neighborhood. The show focused on the challenges of adjusting to a new environment, cultural differences, and family dynamics, blending humor with social commentary. It originally aired on ABC, where it ran for 2 seasons before the network canceled it due to lower than expected ratings. UPN picked up the series in 2000, giving it 2 more seasons, but the network was smaller and had fewer resources to promote it effectively. The cancellation was influenced by multiple factors. ABC removed the show because it did not meet the network's ratings goals, and UPN's limited reach made it difficult to build a wider audience. Later, when UPN merged with the WB to form the CW in 2006, the new network changed its programming priorities to appeal to a broader, often wider demographic. This shift led to the cancellation of many black-led sitcoms, including The Hughleys, even though it offered a unique perspective on a black family navigating a predominantly white community. One-on-One. One-on-One was a sitcom about Flex Washington, a successful sportscaster who suddenly becomes the primary caregiver for his teenage daughter, Brianna, after her mother moves overseas for work. The show explored the challenges of single parenting, teenage issues, and family dynamics while using humor to engage audiences. It aired on UPN from 2001 to 2006 and attracted a younger, urban audience. The cancellation occurred due to a combination of factors. While the show had a dedicated viewership among black audiences, its ratings were not high enough to satisfy network executives. When UPN merged with the WB to form the CW in 2006, the new network shifted its focus to shows with broader appeal. Many black-led sitcoms were canceled during this transition, including One-on-One, because the network prioritized programming it believed could reach a wider, more diverse audience. Girlfriends. Girlfriends was a sitcom that focused on four black women navigating careers, friendships, and romantic relationships in Los Angeles. The series explored themes such as identity, ambition, love, and personal growth. The main characters faced challenges in balancing professional life with personal life, and the show used humor to highlight social and cultural issues that affected black women. It aired initially on UPN and later on the CW, becoming one of the longest-running live-action sitcoms on network television. Its strong focus on black female experiences helped it build a loyal audience who related to the characters' struggles and successes. The cancellation of Girlfriends was influenced by several factors. The production costs increased over time, making the show more expensive for the network to maintain. Additionally, the 2007 to 2008 Writers Guild of America strike interrupted production, delaying several episodes and creating scheduling challenges. When the CW took over, it planned to move the series to Sunday nights, a time slot that historically reduced viewership. The network also evaluated ratings alongside the financial burden of resuming production after the strike. These factors combined to make the show financially and logistically difficult to continue. The network attempted to create a retrospective episode to conclude the series properly, but they offered the actors only half of their regular episodic salary. The cast collectively declined this offer, which prevented the retrospective from being produced. All of Us. In 2003, All of Us premiered on UPN as a sitcom inspired by the real-life family experiences of Will and Jada Pinkett Smith. The show followed Robert James, a television reporter who must balance parenting his young son while maintaining relationships with his ex-wife and fiancé. The series used humor to explore the challenges of modern blended families and highlighted the struggles of maintaining family bonds in complex domestic situations. The show moved to the CW after the merger of UPN and the WB, which affected its viewership and promotion. Several factors led to the show's cancellation. Its ratings declined steadily over the 4 seasons, starting with 3.4 million viewers and falling to 2.45 million in the final season. This drop made it difficult for the network to justify its continued production. The series also faced cast changes, including the departure of lead actress Elise Neal, which disrupted continuity and weakened the connection with the audience. These internal challenges reduced the show's ability to maintain its initial momentum. The merger of UPN and the WB to form the CW created a programming shift. The new network prioritized shows that could attract a younger and broader demographic. As a result, several black-led sitcoms, including All of Us, were canceled. The combination of declining ratings, cast departures, and changing network strategies directly led to the end of the series after 4 seasons. Half and Half. Half and Half focused on 2 estranged half-sisters, Mona and Dee Dee, who reconnect as adults and attempt to build a relationship. The sitcom explored the sisters' personal and family lives while using humor to examine sibling rivalry, romantic relationships, and family expectations. It aired on UPN from 2002 to 2006 and quickly became one of the network's most-watched shows, attracting a loyal audience who related to its portrayal of family and friendship. The cancellation of Half and Half was caused by several factors. After the merger of UPN and the WB to form the CW, the new network reevaluated its programming and had to make decisions about which shows to continue. Half and Half was not renewed because the network chose to prioritize other series, including Reba and the spin-off The Game. Strategic decisions were influenced by projected audience reach, production costs, and the network's goal to appeal to a broader demographic. Internal production challenges also contributed to the cancellation. Cast changes and contract negotiations affected the show's continuity and may have influenced its ability to maintain audience engagement. Despite high ratings on UPN, the combination of strategic network decisions and production difficulties resulted in the series ending after 4 seasons. Eve. In 2003, UPN introduced Eve, a sitcom starring the rapper and actress Eve as Shelley Williams, a fashion designer living in Miami. The show explored her life, relationships, and friendships, using humor to highlight everyday challenges and the dating world. The The cast also included Jason George, Ali Landry, and Natalie Desselle-Reid, who added depth to the stories and contributed to the show's dynamic ensemble. The cancellation of Eve was influenced by several factors. Ratings, while initially strong, declined over time, reducing the network's incentive to continue production. The show also faced structural challenges during its run, including the network merger between UPN and the WB to form the CW in 2006. This new network shifted its programming priorities, focusing on content it believed would attract a broader audience, which left many black-led sitcoms, including Eve, vulnerable to cancellation. Internal production challenges also played a role. Eve herself later admitted that inconsistent attendance on set and limited engagement with her role affected production efficiency and may have influenced network confidence in the series. Combined with declining ratings and the network's shift in priorities, these factors directly led to the show ending after 3 seasons. The Parkers. UPN launched The Parkers in 1999 as a spin-off of Moshe, featuring the comedic adventures of Nikki Parker and her daughter Kim as they attended college together. The sitcom focused on their mother-daughter relationship while exploring themes of education, friendship, and life as young adults. The ensemble cast included Monique, Countess Vaughn, and Dorian Wilson, whose performances helped make the series a hit among black audiences. The series ended due to a combination of network and strategic factors. Despite strong ratings, the 2006 merger of UPN and the WB to form the CW led to a reevaluation of the programming schedule. The new network prioritized shows that could reach a wider audience, which resulted in The Parkers being canceled. Production considerations, including cast availability and budget concerns, may have also influenced the decision. The legacy of the show is closely tied to its original cast. In 2021, Monique explained that she would not participate in a reboot without the inclusion of Yvette Wilson, who had played Andell Wilkerson and passed away in 2012. This emphasizes the importance of the original dynamic between cast members. The combination of network restructuring and production limitations directly caused the series' end. Cuts. In 2005, UPN launched Cuts, a sitcom that was a spin-off of One-on-One. The show followed Kevin Barnes, who manages a family-owned barbershop in Baltimore. The story focused on his relationship with Tiffany Sherwood, the new owner's daughter, as they tried to co-manage the shop and maintain its success. The series used humor to explore workplace dynamics, family relationships, and friendship, creating a setting familiar to urban audiences. The cancellation of Cuts was influenced by multiple factors. Ratings were not strong enough to meet network expectations. While the show had a dedicated audience, viewership numbers were lower than required to justify continued production. Production costs combined with underwhelming ratings made it difficult for the network to see the show as a sustainable investment. Another major factor was the 2006 merger of UPN and the WB, which created the CW. The new network conducted a programming review and decided to prioritize shows that could appeal to a broader audience. This evaluation led to the cancellation of several black-led sitcoms, including Cuts. The merger and resulting programming decisions directly caused the show's end after 2 seasons. Abby's. In 2019, NBC introduced Abby's, a sitcom centered on Abby, a bisexual Latina ex-Marine who runs an unlicensed bar in her backyard in San Diego. The show featured a diverse cast and aimed to combine humor with unique perspectives on community, friendship, and life after the military. Its setting and characters were intended to provide a fresh take on the sitcom genre. The show's cancellation after 1 season resulted from low ratings and network decisions. Despite its innovative concept, viewership did not meet NBC's expectations, making the show financially unsustainable. The network needed programming that could attract a larger audience to justify production costs, and Abby's struggled to achieve this. The show's unconventional premise may have also limited its appeal to mainstream audiences. While it received praise for diversity and representation, its niche setting prevented it from capturing the mass audience NBC sought. These factors, combined with strategic programming decisions, led to its cancellation after a single season. Second Time Around. UPN premiered Second Time Around in 2004, presenting a sitcom about Jackson and Ryan Muse, a couple who remarried after a 3-year divorce. The series focused on the challenges they faced while trying to rebuild their relationship, resolve past conflicts, and integrate their lives as a newly reunited couple. The show starred Boris Kodjoe, Nicole Ari Parker, and Brian J. White, providing performances that emphasized both humor and realistic relationship struggles. The cancellation of Second Time Around occurred due to several interconnected reasons. Ratings remained lower than the network expected, which made it difficult for UPN to justify the show's continued production. The audience, while appreciative of the lead actors and storyline, did not grow enough to meet financial and promotional targets. The network also faced pressure to adjust its programming strategy. UPN wanted shows that could appeal to a broader demographic and attract higher viewership. Second Time Around, with its focus on a divorced and remarried black couple, appealed strongly to a niche audience, but was not seen as capable of capturing the wider audience the network sought. The combination of lower-than-expected ratings and the network's strategic decisions directly caused the show's cancellation after one season. The series' premise and performances remained noteworthy, but external factors determined its short run. Under One Roof. In 1995, CBS aired Under One Roof, a family drama about 3 generations of an African-American family living together in a 2-family home in Seattle. The show highlighted the dynamics, conflicts, and support systems within a multi-generational household. The cast featured James Earl Jones, Joe Morton, and Vanessa Bell Calloway, whose performances aimed to portray both serious and lighthearted family moments. The series was canceled after 6 episodes due to a combination of factors. One significant reason was scheduling instability. CBS moved the show to different time slots, which disrupted audience consistency and made it difficult to maintain a stable viewership. Ratings were also a major factor in the cancellation. Despite the show's unique perspective on multi-generational family life, its audience numbers fell short of CBS's expectations. Low ratings affected advertising revenue potential, which influenced the network's decision not to continue production. The combination of poor scheduling and insufficient ratings directly led to the show's end. Even with a strong cast and an original concept, Under One Roof was unable to overcome the external challenges posed by the network, resulting in a short-lived run. Grand Crew. NBC premiered Grand Crew in 2021 as a sitcom about a group of black friends living in Los Angeles who frequently gather at a wine bar to talk about life, love, and work. The show was created by Phil Augusta Jackson, known for his work on Brooklyn Nine-Nine. The ensemble cast included Echo Kellum, Nicole Byer, Justin Cunningham, Aaron Jennings, Carl Tart, and Gracie Mercedes, whose interactions drove the humor and emotional depth of the series. The cancellation of Grand Crew was influenced by several factors. Ratings were lower than NBC had expected, which made it difficult for the network to continue investing in the show. Even though the series received positive reviews and had a loyal fan base, the overall viewership did not reach the threshold necessary to sustain production. Network strategy also played a significant role. In 2023, NBC restructured its programming lineup and decided to cancel several series, including Grand Crew, to prioritize shows with higher ratings and broader appeal. Strategic programming decisions like these are common in broadcast television, especially when a network is looking to maximize audience reach and advertising revenue. The combination of low ratings and network programming decisions directly led to the show ending after 2 seasons. While Grand Crew showcased the lives and friendships of black professionals with humor and relatability, external factors beyond the show's quality determined its conclusion. Frank's Place. In 1987, CBS introduced Frank's Place, a sitcom that challenged the traditional norms of television comedy. The series starred Tim Reed as Frank Parrish, a college professor who unexpectedly inherits a Creole restaurant in New Orleans. This premise allowed the show to explore themes of race, class, and cultural identity, focusing on black experiences that were rarely seen on mainstream TV at the time. The show was praised for its authenticity, featuring a predominantly black cast and highlighting the traditions and cultural richness of New Orleans. Episodes addressed complex issues such as colorism, cultural assimilation, and generational differences within black communities. Its approach stood in sharp contrast to other sitcoms of the era that relied on broad humor and predictable storylines. Frank's Place also broke conventional television formats, It did not use a laugh track and favored a slower, more nuanced storytelling style. While critics appreciated this approach, mainstream audiences struggled to connect with it. Network executives were uncomfortable with the show's bold commentary, and CBS leadership reportedly took issue with episodes that addressed social and economic critiques, including one episode focusing on the junk bond industry. The combination of its unconventional style and its unapologetic focus on Black culture led to the show being canceled after only one season. Despite its short run, it received a Primetime Emmy nomination for Outstanding Comedy Series. The cancellation illustrates a clear cause and effect pattern in Hollywood. Sitcoms that center Black voices and explore culturally specific experiences often face early termination, even when they are critically acclaimed.